What's up, everybody? It's your boy once again, Serpent 20 Gaming, back with another video. Uh, Hit me up on Google Plus, Twitter, Twitch, PSN, Xbox Live. All that good shit would be in the description box down below. Um, yeah. With that being said, let's get into it. Right, this is your favorite gamer entertainer, as well as your favorite gaming commentator. About to bring you my first impressions of Tales of Berseria. Let's see. I am about a good 20 hours into the game. I believe I got all the party members. I've been playing with them for quite a bit now. I'm well into the story to at least give you a greater synopsis of what the game is about. And I just thought I'd give you guys my first impressions. As I said in my video yesterday, I would try to give you my first impression video today. So the synopsis of this is pretty much why I jumped on this to begin with. Now, for those who've been following me a long time, out of all the JRPGs out there, all the franchises out there, Tales games are usually my second favorite franchise outside of Final Fantasy, because Final Fantasy was my first JRPG that I fell in love with. Which led me to branch on to other RPGs, and nothing really came close. I wasn't in love with Dragon Quest as much. I wasn't in love with all these other ones, but Tales really got to me since I played Symphonia for the GameCube back in the day. So since then, I've been following up on Tales games that came after that. I haven't played any of the ones. I believe I haven't played any of the ones that came before that one. So just bear with me on some of the knowledge if I overlooked anything. But ever since Symphonia, I love the Tales franchise. I've been playing every single one. I think I skipped Exilia for the PS3. I just hope they remaster it for PS4 one day. I'll probably pick it up then, but I skipped on that one. Other than that, I played pretty much all of them that came after it. And the one that made this game actually different is that you're normally a good character. You're normally like a good protagonist trying to do what's right, and taking down the bad guys and stuff like that, right? But with this game in particular, you actually are the antagonist, or I should say an anti-hero. An anti-hero will be more suited than just straight up antagonist. You are a demon who's who's looking for vengeance. I won't get into too much into it because I'm gonna try to leave out spoilers. I'm basically gonna just tell you what's already been told already throughout the other medias. But for those who was probably curious about this game, I recommend that you at least play the demo. I believe the demo's out on the PS4 right now. You can download it for free. Try out the battle mode, try out the scenario mode. And if you think it's a good buy, then you should just buy it and try it out. Those who dwell into RPGs and not too much, I think you probably will actually like this too. But also, I feel like if you're not into anime or you're not into those actual humor, Japanese humor type stuff, I think this is not the game for you. But if you're into those things, you like anime, things like that, then for you. So back to the synopsis. You're basically looking for vengeance for something that happened to you. You start off good, something happened, and then and now you're after the person that's responsible for your happiness. So you're on a vengeful quest. This is why I like this game too. Like, your party members, some are demons, some are not, some are human, some are used to working for the opposition. So when you get around this main character named Velvet, you start to see her convictions. You start to see what drives her. You start to see why she's doing the things that she's doing, even though the majority of the NPCs and the players and the characters around her don't fully understand why she's after, um, looking after for vengeance and stuff. So I recommend that. And like I said, I haven't fully played it. I haven't just basically cleared the game yet. This is just my first impressions of my first 20 hours of the gameplay itself. Now, I like this better than the last installment, than Zesteria, only because I felt like with Zesteria, when it came to the combat, when it came to the actual combat system, if you haven't played Tales of Grace's F for PS3, then you're not gonna understand that they continually to try to change up certain aspects of the combat system. It's not like you just, back in the day, you could just you'll see random enemies and you just beating them up senselessly using all kinds of special moves and things like that. With ever since Tales of Grace's F and the games that came after that, you start to see that they left out of that kind of mechanic, and they led towards more of the making it more tactical, I guess. So you can't just smash buttons willy-nilly now. Now you actually have to guard when you need to guard. You have to attack when you need to attack. You need to use these arts when you need to use these arts. So ever since Tales of Grace's F, I kind of like that system. But with Zesteria, I felt like the characters were weak unless you were combining the humans with the Malachim and stuff. The Malachim are spirits and stuff like that. Elemental, they carry elemental properties, which has always been in the Tales lore. Like there's always been 4 gods. Each of them have their own element: fire, wind, water, and earth. And the way I felt like Zesteria was, you're human. You start off being like, these characters are human. So when they were going up against demons, they seem relatively weak unless you were like super OP, but there was not chances where you can actually do that. And when there's times where you needed to overcome these enemies, you had to like combine your strength with one of these spirits, and in order to like clear just a random encounter. I didn't like that too much. But at least with Berseria now, they got rid of that mechanic, as far as I can tell, and now they're trying to now your actual characters are actually strong enough to take on anybody. As long as you're OP and your equipment is up to par, you are able to do what normal RPGs do, and that's why I like the mechanics of this one, referred to in comparison to the last installment, which was Hysteria. And the controls are pretty much the same. You played them once, you played them all. The buttons, they're fluid, they're in sync. As soon as you press the button, it runs, it just goes on through. There's no lagging, there's nothing like that. The sound, I love the music. I always love their music, especially the intro songs. So basically all the games, all the Tales games I played, all their intros, all the battle music, the battle themes, all that stuff, the boss themes, everything is cool in that aspect. When they give you sad music, when your character needs to feel sad, they give you angry music, rage music when your character in question is like they're angry at something. They're angry at someone. They always give you that set of tone in their music, and that's what I love about the audio in all Tales games. They give you the actual feel you need to feel, even if you don't have the subtitles. Even if you had let's say you just shut out all the words and you just kept the music going, like the music itself would tell you the type of tone that that every scene is in. And I'm gonna segue into what makes Tales different from all the other RPGs, which are the skits, right? Skits have always been my favorite in Tales games. I feel like they give a better dynamic when it comes to characters when they interact with each other, and I feel like most games should follow suit and or have something similar to what their skit system are. Depending on your situation, depending on what you're doing, what you're not doing, a skit can pop up. You can prompt to listen in on it if you want to. It's an optional thing. You don't have to. You never have to force yourself to watch a skit. But if you watch the skits, you start to have a better understanding on what each character is doing, what their worries, their doubts, their fears, their dreams, um, what strives them to fight, what strives them to not fight, things like that. I always love the skit system because it gives you a depth on the characters, why they're doing what they're doing. It's not just going from point A to point B, fighting enemies in between, get a boss battle at the end of every segment. Like, you'll start to see why they do what they do. Skit system is always great. It's always awesome for me. So I recommend, if you want to get into RPGs, or if you want to even get into a Tales game, um, and let's say you haven't even played all the other ones, you don't really need to play all the other ones just to play the Berseria, even though they give you certain references from the last installment, and I would never know certain Easter eggs like that if I haven't played the last one. So I kind of glad that I played Zestiria, even though I haven't really completed it. I went through I think a good 60-70% of the game. I haven't really completed it yet. I bought it digitally so I can always re-download it and always play it, but I don't think I'll ever get back into it, to be fully honest with you. I think I gave out my first impressions when it first came out a while back. What was it, like? I think, was that 2 years ago? Something like that. So yeah, they give you certain references, and I believe this takes place what is it? Couple centuries after Zestiria. So yeah, so it's a good reference to at least play this one. Um, the Easter eggs is not really like something grandeur, nothing amazing. It's just one of those things where when they reference those Easter eggs, you start to say, "Oh, okay, cool." Because you played the last one, you understand what they were saying, but you'll still get it. Um, so far, at least to the first 20 minutes of me playing the game, you'll see where I'm coming from when they mention certain things like that. For those who played the last game. Um, I would never get, if I had to score it right now, based on the 20 hours that I played, I would at least give it a 8.5. Right, so far, 8.5. The equipment, you can upgrade your equipment. Most certain equipment gives you attributes. So once you master those equipment, certain attributes becomes a part of your character. Depends on who's equipped it. And like, let's say I equipped a bracelet that has 30 strength, right? If I master that bracelet, plus 30 strength will add into my overall statistic on that particular character. Um, Most equipment can equip to other characters, other male characters if it's a male item. Most female items if it's a female item. Sometimes it's universal. It can run on all characters. The only ones that are distinctive are their particular weapons, and that's it. So that's pretty much what you can do. Also, they still kept the title system, but they gave the title system even more in depth now that even titles have certain attributes that carry over, and there's 3 stages to those titles. So depending on what the title is or what's the requirements for you to master that title, you can add more attributes towards your character. I think that's a great thing to have as well. I'm not sure if they did that with Zestiria. It's been a while since I played that game, but I like where that's going. Hopefully they'll implement that into future Tales games. And let's see. I dwelled into combat. I delved into, let's see, other things. Let's see, audio controls. Yeah, overall the game is great, man. I love this game. I'm still playing it to this day. So just hit me up, man. Hit me up with any questions. Any questions y'all have about this game, let me know in the comments. Also, just follow me, man. Hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button, man. Get all my uploads. Uh, I'll do personal gaming requests, whatever, live stream, what have you. I'll do all that stuff. For some reason, I can't live stream Tales. For some reason, I wanted to give you guys at least a good first 3 hours of the game, but it won't let me do it beyond PS4, I guess. I try to set it up through OBS, but OBS is not running well with it as well. I hit up Bandai Namco on Twitter just to see what's going on, if there's a way I can actually live stream it, because I see other people live streaming it, but I don't understand why I can't do it on my PS4. Same thing happened with my last game too, with Zesteria too, 2 years back. So I was trying to do that, but I don't know. I don't have any answers as of yet. So let me know. Any questions, Tales related, or even gaming related, let me know. Hit that comment section up. And with that being said, I'm out. I'm not trying to run too much on this. It's just my first impressions. I will give you guys my review once I cleared the game, or at least went through my first playthrough. And I guess they have another system too. I forgot to mention. They also have another system. I guess it's a expedition system, right? Where you have a boat and you can send the boat out to different islands and they pick up certain goods, and most goods are basically food ingredients that you can use to cook. For those who played Legendia, Symphonia, this is nothing new. You can use your characters to cook items, and that'll give you boosts on battles, on when you go to your next random encounter or your next boss battle. It gives you certain boosts like up HP, strength, intelligence, stuff like that. And as you level up, as you constantly expedite these islands, your ship starts to level up. It has its own level up system, so it gives you more skills. To maybe you will get more items coming back to you, or you start to get more rare items, things like that, as you keep on exploring and leveling up. Same thing goes for cooking. As you cook and cook and cook, you'll level up your cooking, and that will lead you to have skills boosting your overall stats as well. Equipment can do it too, and even merchants too. Merchants has a leveling up system where you actually can buy, sell, dismantle. All those things will lead up to your overall level of the merchants, and by them leveling up, you'll start getting a discount price on all their items. So it's always in your best interest to always make sure you buy what you need to buy, sell what you need to sell. So with that being said, that's been my first impressions. I'll leave you guys with that, and I'm out. Peace. Have a good one.